Hello. Welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz. I will be guiding you on this journey today. How are you? Because this is the week that many astrologers that I've at least seen on social media were like keeping an eye on this week, because I believe today is the day of the Grand Trine. Is that what it's Grand Cross? Listen, I'm not an astrologer. I don't claim to be, but I do. I do consume a lot of astrology content. But anyway, today is the day of the Grand Cross, which means I learned today that there's 4 squares going on. Like Mars and Jupiter are conjunct today. They're squaring Saturn in Pisces. And then what else? Like the moon is square. I don't know. Listen, I'm not even going to try to explain that. But the energy does feel intense, to say the least. So take care of yourself, have a bunch of patience. Just get through the week, basically, is the whole point. And let's get into your reading. So I don't think I said it yet. This is a reading for Cancer, wherever Cancer is in your chart. If you haven't done so already, I would love it. Absolutely adore it if you would subscribe to the channel. And let's get you, we're using the angel number messages oracle. I thought that said 1000 at first, but it's 1010. Keep your thoughts positive and be patient, as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. I am patient. Didn't I just also say that a little bit, have patience, compassion, grace, I can't even tell you how many times today already, and it's only 12:20, that I've had to woo-saw and rub my earlobes. So yeah, but also in the grand scheme of things, I feel I'm a Cancer rising. I get it, at least on that side of things. It does feel things are changing, but maybe you just don't have the evidence of it in the 3D, in the physical realm where we are, but you're I can feel it, which is very Cancerian, right? And again, wherever Cancer shows up for you in your chart, whether you're sun, moon, rising, we have the 6 of Swords, the Fool. See? Exactly. There's definitely change afoot. Movement is happening. New things going on. Taking risks, if you will. How many cards is this before I even invest my... Is this 4 cards? Because that is exactly how many we need. Okay. We have the 8 of Pentacles. The Sun. Beautiful. Kidding me? Okay, well. And okay, well. Not bad. Not bad. We have the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant. The High Priestess. The Chariot. The Emperor. Temperance. Come on, Sun. Come on, Sun. Okay, let me just make sure that everything is in frame and not funky, and then we'll get into the reading. It's perfect. Great. What are we doing, Cancer? I can tell you 100% that there's this movement beyond what is no longer serving. And it doesn't even feel like it feels bad. It feels like what feels right. There's no guilt. There's no shame. There's no, nothing. Okay. That's my original vibe over the reading. So we start with the 6 of Swords. And, swords have to do with our mind. Our mindset, beliefs. Also, swords are truth and honesty, but like divine truth, objective honesty. There's also ego thrown in there because that's generally where we hear our ego is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, feelings. It's how we come to believe the things that we do. It's why we do and don't do things, right? So the Six of Swords, it's interesting because the Six of Swords is always on water, which water in tarot represents our emotions. And they're in this boat, they're being guided almost here, right? Because there's these two people that are in the boat. There's this one person that is in charge of it. So there's a couple different meanings. There could be like a physical move. It could have to do with like being near water, going over water. It could just be, a longer distance versus like moving in the same town or something, I mean, it definitely could be that. I would say even, the chariot could be like moving further. Anyway, there is an undertone of some sort of like physical movement. But with it being swords, it is about like focusing our mind forward instead of, because we can see here that there's these choppy waters here. That's what we're trying to get out of. We're just like, you know what? Being in this state of mind, whether that's, in a behavior pattern, a thought pattern, a belief system, limiting beliefs can also be in there. Whatever it is, it's like, you know what? I can see how it protected me to a certain degree, right? However, to get where I want to go, which is the Sun card, that's what's next. To get where I want to go, I need to change my perspective. I need to be thinking more future, like what's in front of me? What do I want to create? What mindset and thought process, behavior pattern, like what is going to get me there? It really is like making a decision to focus your mental energy on what you want. Like, what is it that brings you joy and bliss? I mean, there could be a family element to this because there are children on both of these cards. It could have something to do with children, just either making a better life for yourself, wanting to be an example for your kids, wanting to even family plan. It could also even be like inner child work though, too, because again, right, ego. That comes from a lot of our inner child stuff. So, if you've been working on inner child healing, it could definitely have something to do with that. But the Sun card is like the happiest card in the tarot. It's joy, it's bliss, happiness. There's this innocence that comes with like, children. There's also even a rebirth energy with the Sun card because truly it's like growing, there's always like plants involved in the Sun card. So it is like growing. It's also even being grounded. This is obviously too, like the Sun is associated to Leo. We're in Leo season right now. So this is definitely like a decision that you're making now, right? It's like, okay, what is the thing that's going to make me happy? Whether that is a location, whether that's a relationship, whether that's even just like your relationship with yourself. There's things that are being discovered here that are getting you even closer to clarity. And then I love how after the Sun card is the Fool card, because the Fool card also has terms like innocence, naivete, I kind of want to read. I love when tarot decks come with like these big books. Like, I love reading other people's perspectives on literally anything because it just, it broadens my own vocabulary, my own understanding. I love it. So, spontaneity, optimism, innocence. The Fool is the very first card in the major arcana, symbolizing the beginning of a long and fruitful journey. This start can be particularly scary at times, just like the anxiety of coming out to a new set of folks. I don't know what that means. However, the essence of this card embodies the innocence and naivete we possess as humans and the very authentic and delicate root of your soul. It presents a choice to indulge in your desires and embark on your wildest dreams without hesitation. What does your soul ache for? The Fool usually indicates stepping into a world in which you are lacking experience but ready to spring forward anyway. Your optimism will protect you in these untested waters and will block out all the fear and doubts that usually come with beginning something new and hard. This brand new journey is ready for you, and your raw desire and inspiration will fuel the first leg. A new beginning or just completely starting over is a great thing. It gives you the opportunity to learn about the task at hand as well as yourself. Keep holding on to that blind passion the Fool brings out in you. You will get far. Love it. It's so interesting, like the contrast between the Sun, the Three of Swords, the Tower. Again, I don't feel like there's like this negative thing happening. I feel like whatever like the Three of Swords and the Tower is, it's literally the momentum that's pushing you forward. And you know, we need that sometimes to push us or to get us to actually move. The Fool card is, you know, it's a leap of faith. It's trusting the process. There's a huge amount of surrender and trust that goes into the Fool card, because you have to trust that, for one, you're following your intuition and that's the correct thing to do, which, you know, I think is just kind of taught out of us as we grow up. Even, you know, like I was saying, inner child stuff, having the innocence of a kid, you know. But also it's like you have to trust that even this oracle card, keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for you, your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. Like, you know, you have to trust that by taking this leap of faith, a path is going to open up for you. It always does, one way or the other, whether it's in a way that we imagined or not. You know, like wherever we are is exactly where we're meant to be. But sometimes it's really difficult to actually just take that step. This could even just be something that, because I'm just like, I was looking at this rainbow and these mountains here, and then I was looking at the rainbow and kind of these, they're not really mountains, but hills in the Six of Swords. And I just got this feeling of being brought up to, you know, like whatever is going on in your life right now, you know, even just getting clear on what it is that you actually really want. It's bringing you to this opportunity with the Fool card. Now, the Three of Swords talks about disappointment, heartbreak, rejection, but it is also swords, right? So it's how those experiences live in your mind. What stories are you attaching to those experiences? Now, this whole like Fool thing that's coming up, that could be coming up as a result of some sort of rejection, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of experience that is just, it's not going to feel good. And again, it is unfortunately one of those things where those are the things that get us closer to understanding what it is that we do want. Even if it's like a person in your life or a relationship that you have or a job that you have or whatever it is for you, right? Like the Three of Swords is going to bring some level of clarity, even if it doesn't feel good at first. You are going to get clear on your relationship with a person. You are going to get clear on your relationship with your job or how you feel or how you think about your job. you are going to get clear about something, having to do with yourself. So wherever this shows up with for you, it could, of course, be on the other side of things. There could be a start that just doesn't go the way that you want it to. Even, like we have this sun here with, the sun card, like the sun in the Fool, that it feels like these two things are related. Because, like, what are the odds that, it would come out in that way? This could also even be seeing the true colors of something, which I guess is probably just a different way of saying what I've already said. So let's move on. Because again, like I'm trying to, as I'm sitting here looking at all of these cards, I want to make sure that I'm, saying everything that's coming through to me, but it just doesn't feel negative. Not that it has to be, but like the Three of Swords is like, it's kind of a heavier card. So, with this Fool card, whatever it is, there might just be something that you are having to leave behind. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles have to do with our money, our energy, our time, our, physical body, the vessel that we're occupying in this existence. Anything tangible, anything that we place worth and value on. And the Eight of Pentacles is repetition. We can see them with a hammer and a chisel making these pentacles here. And the purpose of that is this recognition that you have to put in your time, your physical presence, and your resources into something in order to master it. It's seeing the worth and the value in something and putting your energy, your resources, your time, your physical presence into it. It's skill building also. It could even just be like your day-to-day routine. Because, for the most part, our day-to-day looks pretty similar day-to-day. With the exception of, spontaneous stuff that we might throw in there. But, for the most part, our days look pretty similar. And it's paired with the Tower card. This feels like not being impulsive. I keep, coming back to the Fool card. Again, as I'm sitting here just, staring at these cards. Because I just think that it's interesting that there's this, Six of Swords and the Sun card, moving towards your bliss, basically, right? And then we have the Fool with the Three of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles with the Tower card, which is this push and pull kind of thing happening, which also almost kind of feels like Mars and Jupiter, or this is Mars anyway, the Tower. I can't remember who the Fool is associated with. It might be Uranus, who is in in Taurus right now. So I don't think there's anything major necessarily going on with that, but it feels very, like I said, just kind of push and pull type of thing. And as I'm sitting here, because I don't know why I feel so strong about that in this reading specifically, but I want to just be sure that I'm saying, doing the reading justice is really how it feels. But so this is don't be impulsive. And especially with this I am patient card, it's if things are not moving at a pace that you deem necessary, then that's when we start putting our hands in the cookie jar. Or that's when we start, trying to be controlling of things, because you're okay, let's just, there's got to be some kind of movement here. I need to see some sort of something. But also remember that there's a lot of planetary shit going on right now. So it may not be the best time to start trying to be controlling of things, because again, I'm getting this, it feels so clear now that the impulse, if this is impulsive, it's going to just, it's not going to land the way that you want it to. It is going to end in disappointment. And it could have something to do with disrupting your day to day, disrupting your job. It's kind of like putting in your 2-week notice without actually having a offer, like a firm offer from a job, you know, or like buying a car before, or like right before you're trying to get a loan for a house or something, you know what I mean? But you're just like, I just wanted it. It was an impulse buy, or it was an impulse decision, and it could just kind of fuck some shit up. So just kind of, like, the best thing to probably do is to not even focus on that thing, whatever it is. I don't even think I actually really talked about the Tower card, but the Tower card, it does talk about upheaval, sudden change, unexpected events, right? But the Tower card is only going to affect the things that are no longer serving you, which can feel chaotic if we're really holding on to the things that we know just the energy for that thing is no longer there. Again, whether that be a job, be a relationship, be even a daily routine, right? Like, if our daily routine is not serving our highest purpose or our highest good, then there's going to be some sort of shakeup in it. And then it's a matter of allowing the pieces to fall where they may before you start trying to like put things back together, right? So even going back to, I am patient, just maybe even just repeat that to yourself a bunch. I will. Anytime, because I can definitely be an impatient little hoe. Gemini is my 12th house. Like I said, I'm a Cancer rising. So this Cancer Jupiter thing is happening in my 12th house. I'm dying. It's also loosely opposing my natal Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is conjunct Uranus. Also, Saturn has been tap dancing on my midheaven too. Like, so, you know, like Pluto is squaring my natal Saturn again, since it's in retrograde. So that's fun. Also, my natal Saturn is conjunct Pluto. So it's kind of loosely squaring Pluto again. All that stuff, right? Like, all this stuff is happening. And I think it's a good message to be, you know, patient, allow things to, you know, happen in their own time. We have and especially, do you remember all of these major arcana that are on the bottom of the deck? So we start with the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balance. Again, everything, you know, having to do with Pentacles, but you know, we can see that they're kind of juggling. There's this figure 8 thing. This is like one of those, the never ending responsibility of like adulting, right? It's juggling responsibilities, juggling our time, juggling our resources, robbing Peter to pay Paul, whatever it is, but it's also like it's working. So there's some sort of balance that is going to be coming in. This also feels more chill. I was going to say balanced, but it doesn't feel chaotic like the Tower card. It's like, whatever this whole situation is, there is going to come a point shortly where you do feel like, okay, now I have a rhythm going with this, with life, basically. Now I feel like there's a rhythm. I feel, you know, it's less like I'm juggling two things and somebody's, you know, like trying to throw you an extra ball, you know, and you're like, wait, no, I can juggle 2. I can't, you know, juggle 3. And they're like, no, here's 3 and then 4 and then 5. You keep going. So, you know, just give it a little bit of time. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus. It's about traditional institutions, traditional teachings. It's like passing along knowledge. I like school as an example, right? Because there's information there that you need. You go there to learn. Even, you know, like a new job. It's being trained by somebody who already knows the information. They're passing it along to you. You could be any one of these people. You could be the person who is giving the information. You could be the people that are receiving it. The High Priestess, Cancer or Pisces, depending on who you ask. This is about being in tune with your star player. It's intuition. There's even like this fate aspect. They're holding this book here. So it always kind of gives me this like book of life, you know, like just you're on the right path. The things that are happening are very much for your highest good. The Chariot, again, Cancer, moving forward, divine guidance. This is also, it can be very fast moving. The Emperor, Aries. This is like, you know, taking control of your life, having control of your life, being confident. Authority. Prince is that keep your thoughts positive and patient as everything is working out for your highest good. That's Temperance, the blending together of energies. Patience is a word that comes along with Temperance also, because it takes time for things to come together. It takes time to change one thing into another thing. Alchemy, right? Queen of Wands. Again, even with the confidence thing. Justice, Libra. Balancing the scales, balancing fairness. The Ace of Swords. New ideas. I mean, I love this. This is so patience. Don't be impulsive. Don't make, you know, big decisions just because you feel like nothing's happening. There is things happening behind the scenes. Just give them time. It's almost too like let the planets break up. Wherever they are, like they need to move a little bit. And that's when we'll start seeing things moving forward for us. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.